I'm Mark.
And I'm Josh.
And this is Alter Ego Comics TV, Take 3. Coming to you on a Wednesday, new comic book day. We get our books on Tuesday nights now. Hooray! Earth-shattering changes in the comic book industry. So we'll actually have comic books out at 10 a.m. on Wednesday morning, unless there's some crazy weather like is happening across the country. But not for us. We actually got our stuff. We're in good shape. First up this week, something new, something different. Infinite Vacation #1 from Nick Spencer, writer of Morning Glories and a half dozen other titles. He's writing those books because he's a good writer, and this is an interesting concept, a new image book about kind of a total recall type concept where you can take a vacation as yourself in a number of different parallel universes so you can experience what your life would have been like if you turned left instead of turning right, or if you made this decision instead of that decision. And there are an infinite number of possibilities. So if you have the money, you can take a vacation to see what your life would be like someplace else. But the problem with Mark, who's the main character in this book, is that his infinite versions of himself are being killed, and that's a problem. So that's the premise of the first issue. Good start, something new, something different for 2011. You should give it a shot.
Continuing DC's Draw the Line at $2.99 white cover barrage, we have a Wonder Girl one-shot featuring Cassie from the Teen Titans. It's a new adventure where she goes off to England to visit her mother at an archaeology conference and runs into a new superhero. If you like Cassie, if you like Titans, it's a good read, and it's a one-and-done story.
Stan Lee's Starborn #2. The series continues to impress me. I'm still sticking with it. Written by Chris Roberson of iZombie fame, art by Kerry Randolph. The guy discovers that this novel that he's been working on for years and years and years, science fiction novel, is actually true, and the concepts that he's been writing about are suppressed memories of this universe or these characters, species that he encountered as a child, and he's part of this whole intergalactic war type thing. Very interesting, something new again, different, not your typical capes and tights type of thing, and from the mind of Stan Lee.
Got Heroes for Hire issue 2, continuing the new series from Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning that spun in some ways out of the Shadowland crossover in Daredevil. This was a good, solid second issue, made me continue wanting to keep reading, and it has the advantage over the first of actually having both the characters on the cover in the book. So if you like Abnett and Lanning space stuff, Nova, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thanos Imperative, anything that's happened in space in the last 3 years in the Marvel Universe, it's a great read, and it also has some of the coolest street-level characters in the Marvel Universe.
Incredible Hulk's 620, third part of the Chaos War crossover. I've lost count. But Incredible Hulk's has been incredibly solid since issue 600, since they kind of rebooted. And you've got the Hulk family now. You've got Hulk, Red Hulk, She-Hulk, A-Bomb, Scar, all these other guys. Greg Pak is doing a great job with the writing, and the artwork is spectacular. I'm not a huge Hulk fan, but I am really digging this book, and you guys should check it out.
I'm Josh, and I'm a capitalist. I like money. I think that the marketplace should reward excellence. But our good friend, Mr. Keith Giffen, is turning me into a communist because his book, Justice League Generation Lost, is the finest book on the stands, and its sales are very poor. Please, please allow me to continue believing in the power of money and check out this book. You will not regret it.
Only on issue 17 of 26.
And the first trade is just around the corner.
First hardcover is going to be coming out very soon. Check it out. Those of you reading Brightest Day, you need to be reading this book. It's better than Brightest Day. Brightest Day is good. Justice League Generation Lost is better. Daredevil Reborn #1 of 4, the latest fill-in-the-blank Reborn title from Marvel and DC. At the end of Shadowland, we saw what happened to Matt Murdock. He's kind of roaming the earth like Kane or Bruce Banner from the Hulk TV series, and this is kind of a taste of that. He's stuck in a hick town and runs into some corrupt law officials, meets a blind kid, and teaches him how to flip a coin and catch it without dropping it. Having said that, it was a good book. It was a good read. It's a 4-issue miniseries. If you're a Daredevil fan, you want to be reading this.
Thunder Agents #3, one of the other titles being written by Nick Spencer. If you're not familiar with the classic Thunder Agents series, you don't really need to be. This tells you everything you need to know, and it doesn't interact with the old series a whole lot. But it's continued to be strong. It has, I hate to say it, but it has almost a Watchmen kind of feel. It jumps around in time a lot. You see a lot of history and backstory for these characters that are essentially new to us. And it's a solid read, and we have all 3 issues in stock.
Quick note, Deadpool #31, second part of a 2-part story involving Draculas, or vampires. Deadpool refers to every vampire as Dracula, which is kind of funny. So I'm not a huge Deadpool fan. I did read the last issue because I heard good things about it. It was funny. It was good stuff. Second issue, second part, still more of the same. Vampires and Deadpool, you should read it.
All right, in the trade stack, we have the first Casanova trade under the new Icon imprint. If you're not familiar with Casanova, it's a great sci-fi series by Matt Fraction, who you might remember from such comic books as Invincible Iron Man, which is awesome.
Which you should be reading.
You totally should. This has got Gabriel Ba, who you remember from Umbrella Academy, and it's a solid first read and definitely worth checking out.
Amazing Spider-Man 651, the latest big-time issue by Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos. We're actually sold out of a couple of the previous issues, but we're getting second printings in very soon. Spider-Man, this hasn't been this good in a long time. You owe it to yourself to check it out, especially if you're a Spider fan. And each issue is big. I mean, there's lots of story in every issue and lots of cool stuff. Spider-Man is good again. You should read it.
And what would the world be without another book by Stephen King? We've got the trade of the first Dark Tower Gunslinger series. This is The Journey Begins. This is the first one that's actually adapting the novels. The previous volumes had all been sort of prelude and filling in gaps. And it's on the stands, $24.99 in hardcover. If you're a Stephen King fan, you will enjoy this.
Quick note, we do have a sale going on this week, 25% off all graphic novels that are not new releases, shipped last week, on hold, or special orders, which really is the majority of the stuff in the store. So that goes on through Saturday the 15th. Also, new store hours are in effect Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, and Saturdays, 10 a.m. until 2. That'll do it for this week. We got to get ready to open, and hopefully you'll be here to buy some comics. Thanks for watching.